Hello, sixth graders. Welcome to the 5th April lesson. Open your books, please. Page 60 on Students' Book, 5A, a new unit, Space. Space, the final frontier. We talked about the planets in the classroom and now the solar system here. We will complete the blanks according to the box. We will look at the box words and we will write them in the blanks. Okay, so we can listen and check. You can practice saying the words.
Track 2, page 60. Exercise 1. 1,
The solar system.
2,
The sun.
3,
Planet.
4,
Satellite.
5,
The moon.
6,
Meteorite.
7,
Space debris.
8,
The Milky Way.
9,
Rocket.
10,
Stars.
11,
Constellation.
12,
Comet.
Okay, and after that there's a conversation between Mark and his dad. You will listen them and what did Mark see other than planets? You will check them again. And also we put the distance, put the planets according to the distance from the sun, okay? So let's listen.
Track 3, page 60. Exercise 2. Have a look through the telescope now, Mark, and tell me what you can see.
Okay. Well, I can see the moon, of course. It's a full moon, and I can see lots of stars and constellations.
Can you see any planets?
I think that's Venus. It's low down in the sky, and it's very bright and shiny.
That's right. There's another planet that you can see at this time of year too. Can you find it?
Hey! I can see Saturn. I can see the rings around it. Awesome!
Great. Tell me, what are the names of all the planets? Can you remember?
Sure. So, starting nearest to the sun, there are 4 small planets. There's Mercury, Venus, then our planet, the Earth, then Mars. After that, there are the big planets. First, there's Jupiter, then Saturn, Uranus, and finally Neptune.
Well done.
Hey, what's that shiny thing over there?
Ah, that's a satellite.
What exactly does a satellite do, Dad? I know they're for TV and the internet.
Yes, satellites receive radio signals from the Earth and send them back down to the Earth in another place. There are thousands of satellites in space now. They help us with communications, the weather, and driving our cars. They used to be an idea in science fiction, and now they're real.
Wow!
But look, there's something else over there too.
A comet! It looks amazing!
Well, after the listening of the conversation between Mark and his dad, let's check the answers. The Earth, Jupiter, Mars, Mercury, Neptune, Saturn, Uranus, Venus, and the distance from the Sun, Mercury, it is the row. Mercury, Venus, the Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and Uranus. The last one is Neptune. Okay, and another answer. Apart from the planets, what did he see? the moon, stars and constellations, a satellite and a comet. Okay, now over to you part. Work with a partner, discuss the questions. Here we did it at the lesson, so here are some suggested answers for you. Have you ever looked through a telescope when? Some of you have looked through a telescope, but some has never done it. Have you seen any of the things that Mark saw? Almost you said the same thing like Mark. Can you look at the sun through a telescope? Why or why not? For example, here it says looking directly at the sun is dangerous because our eyes can't handle the power the sun outputs. It can damage the retina, the light sensitive tissue at the back of the eye. Alright, after that we can look at the workbook page 46. Here there is a crossword. We answered them. 1, it's the photo of a comet, so it's here. 2, something that takes an astronaut into space, it's rocket, here, rocket 2. 3, something that is in orbit around the Earth, it's moon. 4, something that transmits radio signal back to Earth, it's satellite. 5, rubbish in space, it's space debris. 6, there are 8 of these in orbit around the sun, it's planets. 7, it's a photo of a star. 8, lots of planets and stars which are billions of kilometers away in space, it's Milky Way. And the last one, 9, is this is actually a huge star, it's Sun. So long word across its constellation. You can see it here. Alright, and also there are the planets' names here. We complete the blanks according to the box. You can write them. 1 is Mercury, 2 is Venus, 3 is Earth, it's written, and 4 is Mars. Choose the correct word to complete the sentences. Let's zoom a bit. 1. The moon travels in orbit around the Earth. 2. The 2 astronauts waited to launch their rocket to travel to the moon. 3. The Milky Way is amazing. You can see it across the whole sky at night. 4. Neptune is the planet next to Uranus. 5. Halley is a famous comet that travels slowly in orbit around the sun. 6. There are 8 planets in our solar system. And we come back to reading and writing part on the book, Students Book, page 61. Here we'll listen and we say the 2 groups of planets. Let's
Track
listen
4,
first.
page 61. Exercise 4. Our solar system.
The Sun is the most enormous object in our solar system. Its heat and light makes life possible. The inner planets, Mercury, Venus, the Earth and Mars, are made of iron and rock. Mercury is the smallest planet and the closest to the Sun. It is slightly larger than our moon. Venus is the hottest planet. In the night sky, it is bigger and shinier than all the other planets. Mars is the most colourful planet. Its mineral surface shines red. Mars has more powerful volcanoes, and its weather is worse than any other planet. The outer planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune and Uranus, are made of gas. Jupiter is the biggest planet in our solar system, with 63 moons around it. Saturn is the lightest planet. It is so light that it could float in water. It is also the furthest planet that we can see without a telescope. Its rings are made of ice. Neptune and Uranus are the coldest planets. Uranus is colder than Neptune. It is 80% ice.
Okay, now two groups of the planets. What are they? Let's check. They are the inner planets like Mercury, Venus, the Earth and Mars, which are made of iron and rock, and the outer planets Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune, which are made of gas. And now we continue with the other part, 5a. And here we will complete the sentences from the text with comparative and superlatives. The first sentence is Uranus is blah blah Neptune, and the correct answer is colder than Neptune, and Saturn is the lightest planet. Part B, we will write ER or EST according to the sentences. To make comparative adjective, we usually add ER. To make a superlative adjective, we usually add EST. And after that, we will complete the blanks with 2 or 3. We use comparative adjectives to compare two things. We use superlative adjectives to talk about 3 or more things. When do we use then and the? If we use comparative, we use then when we compare two things. For example, the Earth is bigger than Mercury. We use the with superlative adjectives as it is the only one or the only ones. For example, Jupiter is the biggest planet in the solar system. And now short adjectives part will complete the rules in the box here. Short adjectives, they generally take ER, but if the adjective ends in E, like large, close, we will add only R. Large, larger, comparative forms, and largest is the superlative forms. Close, closer, closest. Big, we double the consonant G here. For example, big, bigger, biggest. Shiny, if the adjective finishes with Y and before the Y, if there is consonant, Y goes and we add IER or IEST. For example, shiny, shinier, shiniest. Here there are the irregular ones: good, better, best, far, further, furthest, bad, worse, worst. Okay, and after that we can pass the part 7a. We complete the sentences from the text in exercise 4a again. Mars has more powerful volcanoes than any other planet. The Sun is the most enormous object in our solar system. Enormous means huge, very big. And okay, we complete the table again with comparative and superlative forms: powerful, more powerful, and most powerful; colorful, more colorful, and most colorful. After that, we compared some things around us by the online lessons, and now listening. We passed listening part. We will look at the workbook later. For the listening parts, we will listen to 3 pairs of people comparing 3 things. Which one do they choose? And why do they choose each thing? We will answer them. Listen
Track
carefully.
5. Page 61. Exercise 9. 1.
What should we buy Mum for her birthday? I like these earrings, but perhaps a book would be more useful.
Well, I don't think she wants something useful. I think the earrings are pretty, but I think this necklace is the prettiest. Look, it's a moonstone. She'll love that. But it's a bit more expensive.
That's okay. Let's get it.
2.
Which film should we see?
Well, this one is the earliest. It starts in 10 minutes and it's a comedy.
I've seen it. But what about this one? Race Against Time? It's an action film.
It doesn't start for 2 hours. I think Deep Space 10 looks good. It's a sci-fi.
Okay, fine. Let's go for that one. It starts in 20 minutes. Come on.
3.
Mom, help! I've got a fancy dress party and I don't know what to wear.
I'm not surprised. You always wear jeans to everything.
But they're more comfortable than anything else.
Well, what about your pink dress? That's your nicest outfit. You could go as a princess.
Mum, I'm not 8.
Okay. Oh, I know. Wear my white trousers and your silver top, and you can have silver hair and makeup. You can go as an alien.
Mum, that's the best idea ever.
Okay. Dan and Jill, they decided to buy necklace. Jed and Cleo, they decided to watch sci-fi film, science fiction film. 3. Mom and Sarah, they decided to, normally Sarah will wear trousers. Okay, and why do they choose these things? Let's see the answers. It's the prettiest one. Okay, the necklace is the prettiest one of all. 2. It starts in 20 minutes and it looks good. Jet has already seen the comedy and action film starts in 2 hours, so they decided to watch sci-fi film. 3 is the best idea. The trousers are the best idea. She doesn't want to wear the pink dress and go as a princess. Okay, and after that we can say that we did this part in the classroom. And now open the workbook. On the workbook we continue with the grammar part. We complete with comparative and superlative adjectives. Interesting, more interesting than, the most interesting. Expensive, more expensive than, the most expensive. Friendly, friendlier than, the friendliest. Wide, wider than, the widest. Thin, thinner than, the thinnest. Difficult, more difficult than, the most difficult. Easy, easier than, the easiest. Wonderful, more wonderful than, the most wonderful. Sunny, sunnier than, the sunniest. Fit, fitter than, the fittest. Far, further than, the furthest. Bad, worse than, the worst. Here we make some sentences with comparative and superlative forms of the adjectives again. For example, Tom is taller than his brother. A meteor is more dangerous than a comet. Jupiter is the biggest planet in the solar system. Mount Everest is the highest mountain in the world. Maths is more difficult than English. Elephants are heavier than lions. My dog is the best dog in the world. And okay, we continue with the making sentences again. Let's see them. Let's see the answers. The example is 1. The earth is more powerful than the moon, but the sun is the most powerful. 2. The earth is hotter than the moon, but the sun is the hottest. 3. The earth is smaller than the sun, but the moon is the smallest. We continue with example 4. Britain is larger than Iceland, but India is the largest. Britain is colder than India, but Iceland is the coldest. Britain is more expensive than India, but Iceland is the most expensive. Examples 7, 8 and 9, it's up to you. You can change them because it's opinion sentences. Cats are friendlier than rabbits, but dogs are the friendliest. Rabbits are cleaner than dogs, but cats are the cleanest. Cats are more intelligent than rabbits, but the dogs are the most intelligent. As I said, you can change it. And after that, here we make some comparing sentences according to our family. We will use the adjectives in the box. Okay, for that you can write whatever you like, but here I prefer some example suggested answers for you. You can change it. Okay, you can say I am the youngest in my family, or my brother is more energetic than my dad. You can say my mom is the fittest in the family. My dad is the tallest, and my sister is the noisiest of all. Okay, as I said, you can change them. Okay, and now there are some other planets. We will look at your writings down a little bit. We have said the first planets which are the closest to the sun. We said them. Now 5 is Jupiter, 6 Saturn, and 7 Uranus. The last one is Neptune. Okay, for the next lesson we will continue with 5b. Okay, take care, enjoy your weekend, and also don't forget to revise what we have done. Okay, see you, bye bye.